Hi Lekha, could you share a piece of advice or insight that has been instrumental in your own leadership journey, which might benefit aspiring women leaders in corporate communications?
Um, yeah, sure. I would share a couple of points here. One of the things that women need to do is continual learning. Upskilling is an essential skill, and it is an ever evolving field, and it is needed in an ever evolving field like corporate communications. Whether it's mastering digital media, learning how to, learning your way around AI, data driven communications, or sharpening your crisis management skills, keep investing in your personal and professional development. Staying ahead in these areas will reinforce your leadership essentials. Then I would also say take up space. Make it a point to be heard, to share your views, be seen, be heard in the right forums. Don't be afraid to own your presence in these leadership roles. Voice your opinions, share your perspectives, and it's important to be doing so in your meetings, in decision making processes, and also in strategic discussions. The third one would be stand true to yourself. Authenticity in leadership is something that is extremely important. Remaining true to your values, your principles will set you apart, and people will respect you for your integrity. Your strengths as a leader come from being consistent in who you are and continuing to do so and what you stand for. Always treat people right. People will not remember appearances, people will not remember what you say, but they will always remember how you treated them. Building relationships which are based on trust, empathy, and respect leave a lasting impact and define your leadership legacy.
What are some of the most pressing challenges women face when trying to rise into leadership positions in corporate communications? Can you share a leadership challenge you faced in communications and how you overcame them?
I would say corporate communications often struggles to be recognized as a critical business function. Yeah, I would say more so when I started 2.5 decades ago. And over the years, I've seen it evolve as a function. And today, there are some organizations which recognize the value where CorpComs actually sits on the head table, but that's few and far in between. So, and we still have a lot of road to cover on that. So, I would say that's one of the big challenges. It should ideally operate as a distinct business unit with representation in decision making. The rule is very essential. It is very essential for, to align communication strategies with overall business goals. And then many do not. Many organizations, many, I would say, leaders as such, sometimes do not appreciate the impact of communications on business growth. So that's a critical challenge one has to overcome. Communication very distinctly impacts key areas like strategy, brand reputation, and customer loyalty. By linking communication strategies to measurable outcomes, it helps colleagues understand what essence and what essential part communication plays in driving business objectives.
What steps can organizations take to ensure gender diversity and inclusion in communication leadership positions?
Um, couple of things that an organization could do is implement something like mentorship programs. Pairing women with experienced leaders provides guidance, support, and also opportunities for growth. Maybe also a leadership development program aimed at offering trainings and developments for women to, as they say, break the glass ceiling. Does the ceiling exist? Is a question mark. But in India, I would say specifically, it is something that we continuously aspire for women to reach the leadership table. Uh, a transparent recruitment process. We need to ensure there's a gender neutral job postings, that we have gender neutral job postings and use diverse hiring panels to reduce unconscious biases. Then the next one would be having flexible work policies. Implement policies that support work-life balance, making it easier for women to advance in their careers. And then the next one, in my view, is something called is on the lines of one should regularly review and adjust policy. So continuously assessing and updating policies to ensure that they continue to promote gender diversity and inclusion.
And last question would be, what are some initiatives taken at Indigo that promote gender equality?
At Indigo, we really try and go and sort of have policies which would as they say, which would be gender inclusive. We are more than a 50,000 workforce organization, including Agile, which is our subsidiary, 100% owned subsidiary, and this is basically the ground force at the airports. And I can very with a sense of pride say that we champion diversity, equity and inclusion, not just as a policy but also as a core value woven into the fabric of our organization. We firmly believe that a diverse and inclusive workplace makes an organization much stronger and much more innovative. So, for example, and this is not just within the organization. I would also look at some of the areas that we impact as an organization outside. Like empowering rural Indian women, where we have partnered with Pradhan, and this is a water project which has empowered over 37,000 women in rural India by providing them access to clean water and sanitation, improving their livelihoods and overall well-being. We also celebrate diversity in our content. Our in-flight magazine, Hello 6C, our internet, we have an internal DEI magazine called All Aboard, which regularly features stories and people that celebrate LGBTQIA+ community and promote a culture of inclusivity. Then we also try and create an accessible travel experience. Our newly designed desk at Delhi Airport has been staffed by over 20 differently abled employees, facilitating passengers for a seamless check-in and looking after their special needs. We also have a program named Takeoff 2.0, which is basically a return to work program for women who have taken a break, and the break can be account of any of their personal reasons. It could be pregnancy or whatever. So we are encouraging women to join the workforce, and we actually have a program where the women are kind of now coming into the Indigo workforce. Very interestingly, we also launched something known as a women's seat selection option. This was something this was widely talked about. Everybody had their own views, but I can tell you overall it has been very, very positively taken, not just in India, but even in the international space, where we recently introduced a feature where women could actually select a seat next to a female passenger, demonstrating our commitment to our girl power ethos, and facilitating or giving the power to a woman to decide who she wants to be seated next to while she's traveling for a peaceful travel. We also promote inclusive communication in observance of the International Day of Sign Language. We promoted that. We equipped our team members with the necessary skills to assist passengers with speech or auditory impairments, thereby fostering a more inclusive environment. This is just one instance of Indigo showcasing that we are all for the cause of gender neutrality, gender diversity in our workforce.